This video was supposed to be short, and there's no way it's going to be short at this point because I'm just too excited and I'm nerding out, and like I have so much to say about this doll set. It is a perfectly gloomy day outside, and I love it. I love the rain in California. Days like today are my absolute favorite weather, and we don't get it too often, so when it happens, I try and enjoy it as much as I can. Anyway, so today, right now, today, I'm like actually filming a whole bunch of doll reviews and stuff, trying to get through them quickly. I'm doing like a doll marathon, just because I am very far behind when it comes to a lot of the new dolls that have come out. And then there's a lot that I've gotten, especially from Mattel Creations, because they've been pumping them out left and right, like every month, sometimes twice a month. And I've been getting a lot of them. I don't think I got all of the ones that came out, but I have a backlog. I haven't shown them to you guys. So I'm just going to jump right in and start with today's doll review, because I still have a few more reviews to film after this. Anyway. Today, I'm really excited because we are taking a look at the Nightmare Before Christmas crossover with Monster High for the Skullector series. I couldn't think of the stupid word Skullector. I had to look at the box and cheat. Anyway, from the Skullector series, I've got Jack and Sally. I was one of the lucky few, apparently. Like, the struggle is real with all the bots and the resellers and everything. It's insane. I'm like seeing all these comments of all these people who are trying to buy these dolls and they weren't able to because the dolls sold out really quick. Now, normally that wouldn't be an issue if it was just that they were popular dolls and they sold out, you know, like, because it is what it is. The issue is when these dolls get announced about like 12 minutes later, there's like 17 listings on eBay of people selling these and saying it's a pre-order and for like twice or sometimes 3 times the retail cost. It's out of control. And like, I know that Mattel on the surface seems to be doing some stuff to help with that, but at the same time, I don't see that particular issue being a high priority for Mattel because they are still making money. They are still selling out of all the product that they're making. So I don't know. I don't want to get into it. I want this to be a positive video because I'm genuinely excited for these. You guys know that I like The Nightmare Before Christmas. I can't say it's my favorite movie per se, but I like the iconology around it, especially for Halloween time. I like Jack and Sally. I love the music. This Is Halloween is literally my Halloween anthem. So along with a few others like Grim Grinning Ghosts and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. I really enjoy Nightmare Before Christmas as a franchise, and the fact that it's now in the Disney parks and stuff like that makes it more special to me. So of course, when this came out, I knew I had to get it because it's literally a crossover of my 2 favorite brands making a doll, Monster High and Disney together making a doll line or a doll set. So I'm super excited for this. Now, the boxes for these are different. The Skullector series in the past had the window where it opens like this, and they had on the side they had like the photographs or whatever, not like this, but like the photographs of the dolls coming out of the darkness on the sides. And this one is not like that. This one is shaped a little differently, so you can kind of see it's like got a slope right here, and this is actually an outer sleeve that slides off to reveal the actual dolls. Look at that. There is so much of a glare. It's such a gloomy day, and I forgot to turn this light on. It's such a gloomy day out that there's not as much light coming in from my window as normal. So like I have my computer monitors on and everything. So like you can really look, you could see like even the camera, and you could see like the reflection of the 3 monitors. Anyway, I am unboxing them, and I will be taking them out of the box so we can take a closer look. But I have to look at this box and appreciate it because although I'm not going to be keeping them in the box, there's only a few dolls that I look at and I'm just like, I can't take them out of the box. Like the Vampire Heart Draculaura, can't take it out of the box. It's too beautiful in the box. Plus it's a more expensive doll on its own, but it is stunning and I want to keep it in the box. But this one, even though I adore this and I would love to keep them in the box, I would love to have a second set to keep them in the box. I'm okay taking them out of the box. The Skullector series has been one where it's like, I just can't resist. I want to take them out of the box. I want to see them in person and play with them and stuff like that. Plus, I do have my custom Sally doll here that I made, and I am going to be comparing my custom Sally to the official Monster High Sally, so that way we can kind of like see them side by side and see what similarities and what differences there are, stuff like that. Okay, so I said we were gonna look at the box. Let's look at the box. So I'm gonna zoom in here because I wanna look at some of the details. Now on the top, you've got a skelette. Here is the front of the box, and you can kind of see there, if I can angle it right, then you can see the dolls without the glare. And there's the logo. It says Disney, Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. And then over here on the side, there's Zero, Jack's pet. And then over here on this side, there's just like the gates because they're like supposed to be in the graveyard. There's like a skull across the top. It's like the archway for the gates and everything. On the side here, you can see just some more details. So like the design kind of wraps around. And there's all these tombstones that like, this one has there's hearts. This one has the Monster High logo. Over here, it's got the Monster High logo and then a skelette and lightning bolts and another skelette on this one. So I love that they did that. I love the little tombstones that they added. Oh, there's pumpkins here. I didn't even see the pumpkins. And the pumpkins are glossy where the background is matte. So when there's a reflection, you can kind of see where they're at. So there's a pumpkin there and there's a pumpkin there. You can kind of see, or jack-o'-lanterns, I guess I should say. And then if I turn it around, there is this absolutely stunning photograph of the dolls. And I love the background is matte and it's like of the moon and it's super, super simple, which is great because it doesn't take away from the dolls themselves. You can see, and then the dolls are glossy. And I love this. This is something that I'm probably going to keep the box, but if I ever decided to get rid of the box or not keep it for storage purposes, I am going to cut this out and see about possibly getting it framed, which I might just do anyway, because like, I love the fact that this is a straight photograph and there is nothing on it, like no text, no nothing. So it's very nice. And you know, I'm able to display this, whereas, oh, I don't have an example. Well, okay. So for example, this one right here is the Stitched in Style, which I'm going to be reviewing probably later this week. The Stitched in Style Frankie, it's got the same thing, a glossy picture of the doll, but then there's like all this text and everything and like the logo and stuff like that. So it kind of ruins it. It looks like it's more advertising something, whereas this looks just like a beautiful photograph of the dolls. This looks like artwork to me. So because there's no text, nothing, it's nice and simple and it's really featuring the dolls, I might actually do that. I might cut this out and have it framed, especially since you could go to like Michael's or Joann's and they always have 60% off of their custom framework, because I guess nobody ever does it. And they're like, please come get our frames, you know, we'll give you 60% off. I'm like, you always do 60% off. I'm not in a hurry. Anyway, okay, so I'm actually gonna go ahead and get these two out of the box because I can't wait any longer. And when I come back, we'll take a look at them, see what they come with. I also want to show you like the back behind them because you can kind of see it here, but it's really hard to see with the glare and the dolls in the way. So once I get them out of the box, I can show you behind them the picture that's there as well. And yeah, I'll get them out of the box and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got the dolls out of their box and I really, really like these. This is making me really excited just because I've seen other Nightmare Before Christmas dolls and a lot of times they're more like action figures, or they're the really expensive like $600 dolls, or maybe they might even be BJDs. I'm not sure, but like, but they're also at a bigger scale and everything. And none of them are the style that I personally collect or like. Also, the Disney store recently released a set of Jack and Sally as well, but they were much more movie accurate. And because of that, they weren't really my style. I didn't like the way that they look in the sense of like wanting to own them for dolls. These, however, are very much my style because I collect Monster High, and these are definitely Jack and Sally through Monster High's lens, which is why I like them so much. Okay, hold on. Speaking of lens, there's something... There we go. I hope that is a little bit better. Have to be able to show you these dolls. Anyway, okay. But yeah, I completely forgot that this is actually the 30th anniversary this year of The Nightmare Before Christmas. It came out in 1993, believe it or not, and it has been around that long. So this is the 30th anniversary celebration. So that's why they kind of went all out with the merch and stuff like that at the parks. And of course, if you don't already know, at Disneyland, and I don't know if Disney World does this, but at Disneyland in California, the Haunted Mansion gets a Nightmare Before Christmas overlay. So that's always really exciting. They've been doing that for years, so it's not like anything out of the ordinary, but it is still really, really cool. And I feel like they did more this year. Like it looked way more over the top and even more decorations and stuff like that. Probably because of this, and they had a lot more Nightmare Before Christmas merchandise and like appearances by Jack and Sally in the parks and stuff like that. So they're really like doing a lot for the 30th anniversary, which is really cool, including obviously Monster High collaborations. So I'm really excited for these. Now I'm going to start off with Jack because I want to compare Sally to my custom Sally. Oh no, before I do that, I want to show you the back of the box. So here is a picture, the picture that they have on the back of the box, and it's not a screen capture from the movie. It's a legitimate, like, brand new thing that they did for the back of the box, which is why I just wanted to take a second to appreciate it. And I'm going to try and turn it so that way, because there is still the plastic forms where the dolls were in here, but I want you to be able to see it. It's the graveyard scene with the hill, the spiral hill that Jack walks across in the movie. And this is so cool because it's like 3D art, like computer generated art, but it still kind of looks like claymation almost, like the way that it's done. Here's a tree with a heart in it, a heart door, because if you know the story of The Nightmare Before Christmas, it's that grove of trees with all the different doors in the tree trunks that are shaped like different holiday icons. This is so cool, and it is of course the graveyard, so there is tombstones everywhere. And then here is the picnic basket that Sally brings for Jack and everything, and it's got like the bottle of liquid and the plate with the fish bones on it and stuff like that. Now, the dolls do come with a certificate of authenticity. I'm just going to leave mine here because I am going to probably put them back in the box for the sake of like storing them nicely. Plus, I really like the box. So, but I'm going to just leave that there. Like I said, I want to start off with Jack because this is probably the most unique doll that I now own. And I'm really excited to show this one. And I wanted to do Sally second because I do want to compare Sally to my custom Sally. Anyway, okay, so they do both come with stands, and what's interesting is Jack's stand is very tall compared to Sally's. So I think, hold on, let me zoom out. I'm like doing all this on an itty bitty screen here. Okay, Sally has a normal Monster High doll stand, and Jack, if I put them next to each other, you can see Jack's goes way up higher. So he has a much taller one. I don't know if this is the height of the normal Monster High boy doll stands or not, but the base is the same as the girls' stand, which once again, I don't remember if the boys' doll stand is usually bigger or not for the base. But what I will tell you is that the Monster High boys usually have the C bracket, this thing, the waist hugger thing, is bigger for the Monster High boys. But for Jack, it's the same size as the girls. So when you're putting them together, it doesn't really matter which base and bracket you use for which stand. You just put him on the taller one because you're going to need the extra height. But anyway, so they do come with a stand, which is kind of cool. Now, what's interesting about Jack, Jack is, they call him Bone Daddy for a reason. He's a skeleton, Jack Skellington. So because he's a skeleton, he is very, very thin. Now, I'm not going to take his outfit off, but I did want to like, well, let me show you everything on him first, and then I'll talk about his body here in a second. So here is Jack. Now, let me zoom in so that way you can see him. Like I said, he is kind of the most unique doll that I now own in my collection. They did, obviously, a brand new, unique face mold, or head sculpt for Jack. Completely, obviously, he's bald. He's supposed to have a skull, a skeleton head instead of a normal human face. Even like the construction of it is a little bit different. You can see like where the hole is, the neck hole and everything like that. Copyright 2022 Mattel. And then, you know, like the eye sockets are done up, you know, the way he looks kind of in the movie. Obviously, it's not 100% movie accurate because, like I said, this is Jack and Sally through the Monster High lens. It's not meant to be a direct recreation of the character from the movie. Anyway, so he's got his outfit, which the outfits are actually really interesting, and I'll talk more about this for Sally. But basically, these outfits are movie accurate with just a couple additional embellishments or like little tweaks to make them unique. In the movie, Jack wears a black suit with like these kind of like, it's like pinstripes, but they're not all like even. They're like, you know, just like this, where it's not very nice uniform lines. They're kind of like uneven. Some of them fade out and fade back in and stuff like that. But he's got this suit, the blazer and the pants that match with these little tendril things, you know, the coattails are all look like they're kind of ripped up or whatever, hanging in the back, and underneath he has a white shirt that buttons up. Oh, and then this collar, which, by the way, this collar is really cool. So this is plastic. It's molded for his bow. It's a separate piece, and it has like the little cat head or bat head. I don't know if this is supposed to be a bat with wings or what, but that's his bow, and it is clipped on. Like there's a clip that goes around his neck, but it also has a rubber band around his neck to hold it on. Looking at the outfit, obviously it's not 100% movie accurate. So the little extra embellishments that they did, they added all of these little skulls. Now from the original pictures when the dolls were announced, I thought these were little Monster High skullets, but they're not. They are just generic skulls that are kind of added all over his outfit. Also, in the movie, he did not wear a vest like this. So they added this orange and black striped vest. They did also add a belt of the same material to Sally, so that way they have something to help make them match. But those are the two main differences with his outfit. Otherwise, his outfit is pretty much movie accurate, which I love that about it. Like, you know, if I'm gonna have a Nightmare Before Christmas Jack Skellington doll, I'm glad that it's movie accurate enough. Like, I like that they did that. Now, let's go down to the shoes, because if Monster High does anything well, it's the shoes. I love Monster High shoes, especially when they're themed really well. Like, they've done some simple shoes in the past as well for some of their lines, and they've reused molds in the past sometimes when it made sense to do so. But these are unique shoes for Jack Skellington, and then also Sally got unique shoes as well, and they do not disappoint. They look so cool. Hold on, let me zoom in for this. Okay, so these are Jack's shoes, and what's really cool is they're movie accurate in the sense that they are pointy toe loafers, and in the movie he kind of had a little bit of a heel, but more like a dress shoe heel. These shoes have a little bit more of a heel, but you see that? Look at that. It's the curly heel. Oh my gosh, hold on. I just really want to admire this for a second. Look at these shoes. There we go. It's the hill that he walks across, the spiral hill that he walks up in the graveyard. They made it into the heel of his shoes. Now, I wish that there was painted details. There is on Sally's shoes. I wish there were on his as well, so you could see it a little bit better, but that's okay. But this is so cool. And then, like, the front, they're just, like I said, they're just kind of pointed-toe loafers. Nothing remarkable about the shoes necessarily. Yeah, they're just, like, loafers, or looking at them, they're just like loafers, but they do have like a really teeny tiny in the middle there. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a little teeny tiny skull or Skulette in the middle there. But other than that, they're pretty simple. But I love that detail of adding the heel and having the spiral hill. So cool, so cool. Okay, let's talk about his articulation. Now, I know I said I wasn't gonna take his outfit off. I lied. I'm gonna take it off because I really want to see the articulation and everything, because he is skinny. He is very, very thin, which makes sense because he is a skeleton. So I just want to quickly take his outfit off, and I'll show you like the articulation and everything, and tell you about like the one constructive criticism or complaint that I have about this doll. There he is in just the vest, the sleeveless, like that's really cool. Okay, so here's a better look at the outfit by itself, like the separate pieces. So this is just the jacket. It's literally just a blazer jacket style, you know? And then the bottom part is all one piece. The pants, the shirt, and the vest are all sewn together. So you can kind of see how they did that, which is fine. Of course, we always want separate pieces for the outfits. We would love that, especially for collector dolls. But I also understand that the more fabric you have layered on top of each other, the more bulky it gets on a doll scale. Because this kind of fabric on human size is super thin, but when you scale it down to doll size, it's really thick by comparison. So I get it. I understand why they do that. I don't know if it's a cost-saving thing. It might be, but it also, I think, is to make sure the outfit lays right and looks right, which is why they do it. Oh, they have little buttons, little like rhinestones, black rhinestones for the buttons right there. That's really cool. I just now noticed that. Or they're not even rhinestones. They actually are little buttons. They're glued on, but they actually look like little buttons. That's really cute. Anyway, so under his outfit, he has this like shell, this little piece of plastic here. It's literally, it just has like a manufacturer number and whatever. It's nothing special. You're not meant to see it, but because he is so skinny, this helps him fill out the outfit so the outfit doesn't look like it's hanging off of him. Also, I was using the waist clip, the C-clip here, there's nothing for it to hold on to for the waist. So I had this under his outfit. Hold on, let me show you how I had it. This is literally what's going on under his outfit. You can see the C-clip is really, it's holding on to the plastic part, and the back of it is just, you know, like making it so that way he stays on the stand. So that's what's going on under the outfit for him to stay on the stand. And I had to squeeze it. It wasn't the easiest. I don't think it was technically meant to do that. I could be wrong. The other thing you could do, I found, is you could technically put this around his little, he has his little booty cheeks there, the tailbone or whatever. You could technically put it, but he slides down. It's just not the best. Like this is hard to get him to stay on the stand because he's a skeleton. And I think the same thing was for Skelita. I don't know where she is. I don't know where my Skelita is right now. Oh, she's over there right now. Anyway, Skelita also has like a shell, like a plastic shell in the shape of a normal Monster High body. So that way she can sit on the stand better. Oh no, she has a saddle stand that she sits on it. But I think the other Skelita dolls from G1 they had that, so that way the waist hugger would work. Anyway, so here is Jack Skellington without his outfit. It literally looks like a Halloween decoration that you could get and then, you know, dress it up to make it look like Jack Skellington, which honestly you could do. Just a little bit better quality. Anyway, so here's his body. He is a skeleton. It's all like put together like a puzzle, but it's really, really interesting. You know, really, really thin and everything, which he is in the movie, so it makes sense. He has movement just like a normal Monster High boy doll. So movement at the head, articulation at the shoulders, at the elbows, the wrists, as well as the hip, and also the knee. But also for the Monster High boys, they also have ankle articulation as well, which I wish that they would just do that with all dolls, but whatever. This is so weird playing with, he's so skinny. His feet are really tiny compared to other Monster High boy dolls. I don't have any other dolls to compare to, but his feet are very small. So he's the only one that will be able to wear his shoes. His shoes will not work for other Monster High boy dolls. Although his feet are almost like the same size as a Barbie, almost, I want to say. Like not a Ken doll, like more like an actual Barb, like maybe a tall or a curvy Barbie, because they have a little bit bigger feet. So they might be able to wear these shoes, but I don't think any other doll would really fit these other than him. Now, the criticism that I have, now this could just be for my doll, I don't know, but a lot of these collector Monster High dolls, I've been noticing stiff joints, like especially their elbows, and this one is no different. I did actually, on my Beetlejuice doll, I broke the little peg for the arm at the elbow on one of the sides. I don't remember what side, but I actually broke the peg because it was so stiff, and I was trying to turn it, because you're supposed to be able to remove the arms, which you can, and you're supposed to be able to bend at the elbows, and it's he did not want to bend. Like his left arm, his right arm's fine. His right arm was like bent in the box, but his left arm was like so stiff, and I didn't want to break it, so I actually did take the arm off, and I had to get my fingernail in between the like the little, whatever this called, the peg and the side of the arm, because it just would not move, and I was afraid I was going to break it, but I'm like, just gotta, work it a little, maybe warm it up a little bit. Finally, I was able to make the joint move, so I went back and forth to, like, hopefully that will loosen up the joint just enough to where it's not an issue. But like, that always worries me, because these dolls are supposed to be posable, and when you go to pose them, if it won't pose and you're forcing it, you could very easily break the peg, because it's kind of delicate. Anyway, so that is my gripe, because I've noticed that a lot with the newer G1 style Monster High dolls, like the collector dolls. They all have that issue, especially at the elbows for some reason. So that's the one criticism that I have. Otherwise, this is really, really cool. I'm gonna get him back in his outfit, and then let's take a look at Sally. Okay, so next up, we're going to take a look at Sally, and spoiler alert, I really, really like this doll a lot. I mean, I knew I was going to like her, because I saw the promotional pictures, and I really like the way that she's designed, and like, I love all these different elements and stuff, which I am going to go over. I really like her. Anyway, so to start off, here is her purse. What I love about this is her purse is a spool of thread, and I love the colors. It's like teal with black thread, but what's cool about this is because in the movie, Sally's arm comes off and she has to sew her arm back on. She's a rag doll, like she was put together by Dr. Finkelstein. I said the right one, Dr. Finkelstein. I know, in my not the most recent video of this doll, but the very first one I did 7 years ago, I said Dr. Frankenstein, and I know that was incorrect, but Dr. Finkelstein is the one that created Sally in The Nightmare Before Christmas. Anyway, because she's sewn together, this is a really ingenious little prop for her, or accessory. And it does open, which is awesome. So it is a functional purse. We love functional purses in doll sizes. I think it's just super adorable. Now, somebody did realize that this is a reuse of another Monster High purse, but I don't remember if it was G1 or G2. But who cares? Honestly, like, it's a reused mold. If they had the mold and it was something that works perfectly for the scenario, which it does, why not use it? Saves a little bit of money with having to, like, create a brand new mold. And I think they did change it a little. I think this is a little different from what I remember, because I saw it on Instagram and somebody shared it. Was it Garrett Sanders? Garrett Sanders might have been the one, or it might have been somebody else. Anyway, this is a reused mold for the purse, but that is totally fine. It is super cute and it works for Sally. Now, I'm going to take her off the stand. Let's look at Sally. Oh my gosh. So right off the bat, the materials used for this doll are outstanding. Like the material for the dress feels so nice. The hair is saran. We all love saran hair. I love the color. It is thick. Like, this hair is rooted thick. You can kind of see the rooting there. I mean, thick enough. Like, I don't like it when the doll's hair is too thick, but I didn't find any bald spots, which is good. I think it's the right amount. Since her hair is down and straight, you don't want it to be too much volume. Anyway, so here's a close-up of her face. Hold on, let's get in here. Look at her face. She is so beautiful. I love the teal eyeshadow and the fact that they gave her red lips like she has in the movie, but her lipstick is a little bit more of like an orangey red. And I think that works so well with the color of her eyeshadow instead of like the red, like the vibrant true red. I really like the color that they chose. They did give her eyebrows, which is interesting because in the movie she doesn't have eyebrows. But once again, this being through a Monster High lens, you know, like the Monster High's interpretation of Sally, I think that her face looks so good because it still gives me a Tim Burton vibe. Like with the shading on her eyes and everything, she still just has the little pupils and no iris or anything like that, or it's just very small. But like the scars and everything with the stitches are beautiful. Like they're really thin and really delicate. Her eyelashes look really nice. They look true to the movie, but still really nice for a Monster High doll. I really, really like this face. I think that it turned out really good. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that this is a unique face mold. Like this is a new face mold for Sally. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Like if there is another Monster High doll that used this face mold. I love learning about that stuff. It's kind of interesting to me. So if there was another Monster High doll and this is a reused face mold, let me know because that'll be interesting to know. Otherwise, I don't recognize it. So I think that it is a unique face mold. Like if you look at it from the side and everything, her profile and everything, it just, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a unique face mold. Anyway, all right, so let's, like I said, her hair is saran, so we're gonna start at the top. It's this beautiful, like, auburn color. This is like the color of Mama Marvelous's hair when she was younger. My mom is a ginger. She was a redhead, like the epitome of redhead, like the definition of redhead. When she was younger, when she was born, you know, bright red hair, and this is what it looked like. So that's actually kind of cool. The hair is simple enough. It's just got a center part, which is how it is in the movie and everything, and it's just straight. But because of how it was in the box, there is some like waves where the straps were, so I'm gonna have to do a boil wash to really straighten the hair out. But otherwise, other than that, let's go ahead and look at all of the details here. Now, I won't be able to like point out specifically what each of the details are, but I'm sure that like some of these accessories are probably like the Deadly Nightshade and like other stuff like that. In fact, this might be the Deadly Nightshade. I don't know, but I love that these are all unique sculpted items. Her little headband here with the bow looks beautiful. I love that they added that. She doesn't wear a headband in the movie, but I like that they added it because it's like a nice callback to some of the plants and some of the ingredients that she was using to make potions or make soup in the movie. She has these really cute earrings that have cats on them, and the eyes are painted, which I really appreciate. She has this necklace here, which honestly, like, I can't tell what this necklace is supposed to be. It looks like vines with thorns on it, but then I don't know what the charms are. They almost look like little claws, maybe? Like the foot of a chicken or something. I have no idea. It also could be plants, like more different ingredients for her potions or whatever. I like it. I like the way it looks, but I have no idea what it's supposed to be. It's really hard to tell. Her dress. So let's talk about her dress really quick. Now, a lot of people were like, oh, they changed her dress or whatever, and just kind of paid homage to it. Well, yes and no, because in the movie, her dress was kind of like this moo-moo thing, like it was a t-shirt dress, but it was patchwork, all different patches of different types of fabric. Well, not only did they do the patchwork stuff, but the placement is actually accurate. So when I made my Sally doll, I painted a Monster High dress, and I used references from the movie to find out what color and pattern was in what spot when I was doing this. So adding the yellow patch there with the purple and black stripes behind it. On the hip here was the teal with the polka dots, the purple with the swirls, and then the yellow that was solid up here, you know, and even the color of the sleeves, and like wrapping around to the back and stuff like that, where there's dots and where there's checker marks and stuff. Like I looked that up and I tried to make it as accurate as possible. And after I saw this, what was throwing me off was the orange stripes, because she didn't have that on her original outfit, but everything else is the same. So like if I put these side by side, you can kind of see the placement is actually the same. So this is actually movie accurate with the yellow, solid yellow, the purple with the swirls on it. You can see up close there. The teal polka dots with the stripes underneath it, the solid black, the purple, there's the solid black right there, and then the purple with the black stripes. And then over here, hers is wrapped in a different spot, so the patch is off to the side for her, and then around to the back is where this patch is with the yellow with the polka dots and stuff. So it's all accurate. And when I saw that, I geeked out. Like, I was like, yes, I'm so glad that they made the dress accurate and they didn't just do a random patchwork dress in similar colors. They actually put it where it was supposed to go. And what's really cool is in between, so it's printed fabric. So the patchwork it's all one piece of fabric. It's not actually stitched together, but they did still go in with stitches in between the patches and around the edges to give it that hand-stitched look. So it actually is stitched, like there is actual thread there. It's not just printed on. I love that. Now, a big change that they made to the dress, other than the belt, is the style. So like I said, in Sally's original dress looks like a t-shirt dress or like a nightgown almost. This dress is kind of like a flamenco kind of mermaid cut dress with the bubble sleeves. And, you know, this is a mesh, which I love this, by the way. This feels really high quality. It's stretchy, it's smooth and soft and not dry and cheap feeling at all. And it's got like, I don't know if you can see that, but it's like got spider webs designs in it. And for her sleeves, she had alternating sleeves, like which I did here. So she's got like a teal sleeve and a yellow sleeve. But for this doll, they did like an off the shoulder style instead of a t-shirt. And her sleeves are these bubble sleeves that are made from the same mesh material. So the whole silhouette is different, even though like the patchwork is all movie accurate. And then, of course, they added on this belt, which I mentioned earlier, is to match the little orange and black stripes that they added to Jack's outfit. But yeah, like, I love this. This video was supposed to be short, and there's no way it's going to be short at this point because I'm just too excited and I'm nerding out, and like, I have so much to say about this doll set. But anyway, I'm actually really excited about this. If you wanted a movie accurate doll, you could have gotten the ones that the Disney store put out from shopdisney.com, and that would have been a great doll set for you if you were able to get your hands on it. This is a Monster High doll set, so it's going to be, like I said earlier, it's through the lens of Monster High. The only reason I keep like saying that is because I keep seeing comments online of people complaining about this set, and it's like superficial complaints, like they don't like the design, and it's totally valid. You don't have to like the design, you know, but I think they're complaining because they're mad that they still want to buy it, but now they have a doll that they don't care for the design. It's like, well, if you don't like it, you shouldn't buy it. Like, anyway, whatever. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's not meant to be 100% movie accurate. It's paying homage, and it's through the Monster High lens. So keeping that in mind for the design, the materials are decent quality that they used. The way it's designed, I personally really, really like this. It's also way more colorful in person, like a lot more vibrant in person than in the pictures online. It looked like it was darker online, but like if you look at this, like this is pretty vibrant, and I'm really happy about that. Oh, the other thing I forgot to point out, they added on this part that's supposed to just be like a solid black right here, they added a skull. But this one is actually a skelet, or the shape of the skelet. There's no bow. But it's a little green skull, and it has a printed yellow stitching around the edge to make it look like it's stitched onto the black part. So just like they added the skulls all over Jack's suit, they also added a little skelet to Sally's dress. So I actually really do like that little aspect. Some people didn't care for that specific thing, but once again, this is a Monster High doll. It's not a put out exclusively by Disney doll, and I like the little way that the designers made it their own. Also, the bottom half of the dress, the skirt portion, does have a layer of this mesh over it. So I don't know how well you can see, but like this is like the satin material. It's a really nice like satiny material, and so is this underneath, but over it is just a layer of the mesh. I don't know how well that's coming up on camera, but there is a layer of the mesh over. It's not the same, like it doesn't have the spider web design on it, but it is still a layer of mesh that feels the same as this one, just to kind of keep the cohesiveness. And it does go all the way around. The pattern and the mesh does go all the way around for the skirt, which I appreciate. Okay, so let's talk about the shoes, because I'm so excited about these. She has amazing shoes. So, oh, I gotta zoom back in. So in the movie, Sally has shoes that actually kind of look like this, but her feet are super tiny because of the Tim Burton style. But they look very similar to this, just little ankle boots, and she has like these black and white striped socks. So they didn't give her socks, which I'll admit I'm a little sad about. I would have liked her to have some homage to the black and white striped socks, like maybe stockings or leggings, or even just a little bit of the socks at the bottom. But I understand why they didn't, because it does look nice the way it is. But anyway, so these are the shoes. They are very similar in the silhouette, the style of a little ankle booty, little heel there, but they added swirls to it that kind of look like vines that are growing over her shoes. And there's little stitches, like the shoes are made from different pieces of leather that were stitched together. There is the vines kind of sticking off the back, which I love. And then if you look at the heels, they did it again. They added, wait, hold on, what are these? Frog's Breath and Deadly Nightshade. So this is a jar of Frog's Breath, which if you haven't seen the movie, it's been out for 30 years at this point. You should go see them. It's on Disney Plus. Go watch the movie. Anyway, she uses Frog's Breath to cover up the smell of the poison or the sleeping stuff she put in the soup for Dr. Finkelstein so she could sneak out. Anyway, it's a whole thing. Go watch the movie. You'll get the reference. Anyway, so Frog's Breath. Oh, and it was the Deadly Nightshade. That was the other thing. The Deadly Nightshade is what puts Dr. Finkelstein to sleep so she can sneak out. But then she uses Frog's Breath to cover up the smell so he doesn't realize the Deadly Nightshade is in there. But I love this. They did this for the collector Alice in Wonderland doll. Her shoes, they were the little Mary Janes. Normally Alice has flat shoes, little flat Mary Janes, but they gave her heels because they gave her like tippy toe feet, whatever. And the heels were the little drink me bottles. And I love that. And they did that for her too. These obviously are more from her movie with the Deadly Nightshade and the Frog's Breath, but this is so cool. I love this detail. I love the fact that they did this. This is why I like Monster High shoes so much. This is so cool. So cool. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I hope you guys are here for a really long, in-depth review, because like I said, this is turning out to be longer than I meant for it to be. But I still want to compare the Monster High Skullector doll to my custom Monster High Sally doll. Okay, so let me just do this. Now, I'm not going to go too much in detail about everything about my custom doll. If you want to see that, I will put the link to the video up here if you want to go watch this video, because it was just a couple weeks ago that I uploaded this custom video, the repaint and everything. So if you want to see that, I highly recommend it, because I genuinely enjoyed that video. And at the end, I do take this doll with me to Disneyland, and you can go through the Haunted Mansion, which is done up like the Nightmare Before Christmas. So if you haven't been or aren't able to go to Disneyland, you can still experience that ride in that video. Anyway, okay, so I've already pointed out the movie accuracy for the placement for the patches and the colors. So I'm not gonna go over that again, even though I'm super excited about that. I'm nerding out about it. So a couple things that are very different. Mattel used saran hair, and I chose to use yarn hair. Now, the reason I did that is because she's a rag doll, and in the movie it kind of looked like yarn hair, so I kind of went with that thin yarn look to kind of create that in a bright red. And now I'm wondering if maybe she doesn't have yarn hair at all, and she has like actual hair, and maybe I should have gone with saran or something like that. I don't know. Let me know in the comments which hair type you like better for Sally. Do you like the yarn hair on a Sally doll, or do you like the regular brushable hair on a Sally doll? Let me know. Now, I would say that my custom doll is a little bit more movie accurate, but cartoony, like a caricature of the character from the movie. The Skullector doll as well. I think that the Skullector doll is also like a caricature of Sally, just done by a different artist, basically. So now I'm going to show you a close-up of the faces. Now, this is not a competition. I do not need any validation or anything saying, oh, yours is better than the Mattel ones or whatever, because mine is hand done and theirs is done in a factory, you know, to look perfect. The main thing is I just wanted to show you the difference. It's kind of cool seeing them side by side, seeing, you know, there's different approaches, but they're both the same character. Obviously, I went with the more blue and red color combination. They went with more of like a mint green teal and like an orangey kind of red color combination. There's also other things. Like I said, the face up I did for my Sally is very much my style. Like I wanted it to look like my style, but I didn't give her eyebrows. This one is a lot more. It definitely reads Monster High, but it's Tim Burton does Monster High, if that makes sense. Even though it's technically Monster High does Tim Burton. Anyway, whatever. She does have eyebrows, which is an interesting choice that they did. I'm glad that they did because it looks really good to me, but I'm surprised that they gave her eyebrows because in the movie she doesn't have eyebrows. But anyway, so here you can see the faces side by side. I don't like one or the other more than each other. I think they're just two different styles, and I really like both of them. All right, come on. You guys knew that this was gonna happen. I had to switch the outfits just to see what they look like. So here is the Skullector doll in my custom Sally outfit and the Sally shoes and everything. I didn't switch over any of like the earrings or the necklace or anything. Obviously this dress is not really made for a necklace like this because it like sits kind of funny on the doll, and it's much better for like an off the shoulder style. But yeah, like this is really interesting. This is really interesting. Like, let me know in the comments if you would have liked a dress like this, a little bit more movie accurate style with these kind of like the socks and shoes and stuff to go with this. Do you like this better, or do you like the dress that the collector doll came in? Anyway, so moving over here is my custom Sally doll in the collector dress, and oh my god, I love this. She looks like Morticia if Morticia did colors. Like, I love this so much. This is really, really cool. So she is very much giving me Morticia Addams, like even with the facial expression and the part down the middle and everything. If Morticia was a redhead, like this outfit it's literally Sally meets Morticia. I love this so much. Shoot, now I don't know if I want Also the colors, like the colors are more vibrant, so I think they go really well with the vibrancy of her hair and her makeup. Whereas this one, the orange kind of makes her hair and lipstick look a little bit more subdued, but it goes well with the subdued colors of this dress. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I want to do now. Do I want to switch them back or leave them like this? I'm going to switch them back, of course. But, oh my gosh, I just like this. Like, I kind of want to steal this dress for my custom Sally doll. And look at how she looks with the off the shoulder. You can actually see all the, like, scars and stitches, like all that beautiful work that I did that's covered up by her other dress. I really like the look of that. She doesn't even need a necklace. Like, I think that just the off the shoulder with the designs on the neck that I did looks really good. Oh, she looks so beautiful like this. Oh my gosh. Now I wish I got a second one of these sets for a completely different reason. Like, I really, I really just want to get a second one of this dress because I want to put it on my custom Sally doll because it looks so good. Honestly, I think that this dress just looks better on her than it does on her. This dress looks good on either of them. I genuinely like this dress a lot. Okay, anyway, wow, okay, it's now dark outside, so, I mean, we're at that time of year where the days are much shorter anyway, but this has definitely been a much longer video than I expected. I mean, I did take a look at 3 dolls technically in this video, so there's that, and I had a lot to say. But that being said, I am gonna go ahead and finish out this video because we're gonna be going out to dinner with my grandparents and my Aunt Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandpa. They watch my videos, so I just wanted to give them a quick shout out. But anyway, so yeah, I'm really happy with this set. I really like this. I don't normally collect boy dolls, but like, he looks so cool. He is such a unique doll, and I'm really happy to have him in my collection. And I really like this doll, especially in like the dress she came in. I am gonna switch them back so she can be in her proper dress. And I'm gonna probably boil wash her hair because it just needs a little bit of help. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of these dolls. Also, what you thought about the comparison of these two. Be kind. Like I said, this is professionally done, whereas mine is a custom. So, and I know, like, I'm not like, I'm still like kind of new to the customizing world. So, you know, please be kind. Anyway, all right, that's gonna be it from me. Once again, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. If you're already subscribed, if you could hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, it really helps out my videos and the YouTube algorithm and stuff like that. So I really, really appreciate it. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking, I'm gonna get going, but thank you so much, and I hope I see you next time. Bye! If you like this video, you can let me know by hitting thumbs up. You can check out some of my other videos by clicking one of the links on the screen. I post new videos every week, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified every time I upload. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.